The night is getting darker, and the typhoon has approached the vicinity of Xinjiang. Dazzling lightning burst out from the thick clouds, the wind howls, the big floor outside has reached level 8 at this moment, and all the trees in Shanghai are rustling. Even so, the carnival moment for night owls continues. In a certain apartment, a young man who was playing games took off his headphones and took a satisfied sip of Fat House Happy Water. After struggling all night, I finally won a set. Listening to the thunder outside the window, the young man shrank his head and decided not to wear headphones. He casually opened the browser, and when he was about to search for novels, he suddenly realized that the Aurora search could not be found. Ha! Where's Aurora search? Who touched my computer? The man scratched his head. He was the only one in the apartment. He couldn't be the snail girl, could he? Since the release of Aurora search, the man has been using Aurora search. There are no chaotic advertising rankings and very accurate search results. After using Aurora search, the man cannot live without it. He is now using a pirated version of Win 10, and the browser is the system's default Edge browser. The man usually searches Aurora as the browser's default search engine, but he can't find it now. It's okay. It may have been tampered with by other advertising plugins. Entered directly from the website address. Enter Aurora's domain name and click to jump. Sorry, the URL you entered is invalid. The pop-up prompt shocked the man. Check the URL carefully, there is no error. The man didn't believe in evil, so he still couldn't open it after trying several times, so he was going to report it to the official website of Beichin Technology. Through Qiandu search, the man clicked on the official website of Beichin Technology. Sorry, there is an error in the web page you opened. The Aurora search page could not be entered, and the official website of Beichin Technology could not be opened. As an old internet bug, the man instantly thought of a possibility. Could Beichin Technology's server be hacked by someone? This is big news. You must know that from the release of the Beichin system to the present, the number of pirated copies of the Beichin system has been installed at 0. Because no one can crack the outer encryption shell of its underlying code, the disordered array encryption algorithm is so scary. Not only is there no piracy, Beichin Technology has always been a safety brand, and its server has never been hacked or crashed. However, now that the web page cannot be opened, the man has to suspect that Beichin Technology has overturned. Not only him, but also many users of Beichin Technology discovered this problem. They spread the word to tens and hundreds of people, and many people knew the news in a short time. However, after comparison, everyone found that it was not the official website of Beichin Technology that had a problem, because among these people are users of the Beichin computer system. On his computer, Jiguang search, Beichin official website, and Jiguang payment pages can all be opened normally, really hammered. There is no problem with Beichin Technology's server, but the problem is with the Win system. Everyone immediately realized that Beichin Technology had been blocked by Microsoft. Boom, a loud thunder tore through the sky in Shanghai. It suddenly seemed like daylight. The howling wind became even louder, and at the same time, heavy rain poured down, directly covering the Beichin building next to the Bund in a thick curtain of rain. 7 am, after a night of venting, the impact of the typhoon has been much lessened. The strong wind has passed, but the rain has not abated. People going to work along the way saw the trees on both sides of the road withered branches and leaves, and several trees were directly uprooted and fell on the road. The road administration and transportation departments were busy at the moment. Drop. After punching in, the employees who had just entered Beichin building found that everyone around them looked solemn and in a hurry. What happened? He couldn't help but ask the security team next to him. It had only been a week since he joined Beichin Technology, and he was still unfamiliar with many things. The security guard glanced at his work badge and said something happened. Starting from midnight this morning, all users of the Win system will be unable to open the website of Beichin Technology. Mr. Luo and the others are holding an emergency meeting. The server was hacked? No. The security guard's voice had a chilling air. It's not that it was hacked, but Microsoft announced that it will completely block Beichin Technology. Total ban. The 4 characters were like Hongzhong de Lu, which shocked the new employee. In the conference room on the top floor, many executives from Beichin Technology had already gathered here, and the atmosphere at the moment was very serious. The TV next to him was playing news from an overseas TV station. It is now US time, 7 p.m. sharp. After receiving the news that Microsoft held a press conference, major well-known media giants sent people to attend. At this moment, in the headquarters, Building of Microsoft Corporation in the United States, a Microsoft executive was announcing a piece of bombshell news to reporters with a serious face. Microsoft has been in business for more than 40 years and has always strictly abided by the laws and market orders of various countries, and has a good reputation and image. However, since the emergence of Bayesian technology, it has been using various unfair competition behaviors to seize users and the market from Microsoft. Its Bayesian computer system deliberately adopts low prices that are far lower than the average market price to compete maliciously. At the same time, the Time Machine simulator developed by it provides the function of simulating the Win system environment without our permission, and also infringes the rights and interests of our Win system products. In view of the unfair competition behavior above Bayesian technology, which has seriously disrupted the normal order of the market and seriously damaged our legitimate rights and interests, we have officially made the following decision after a joint vote by the board of directors. From now on, Microsoft will completely block Bayesian technology on a global scale. The scope of the ban includes Bayesian Technology's websites, software products, various businesses, and its subsidiary businesses. If Bayesian technology has not given us a satisfactory solution, the ban will continue until you reply. Microsoft has never been afraid of any opponent, and will never allow its opponents to do whatever they want. Thank you all. The media at the press conference were instantly in an uproar. Microsoft Corporation officially starts tearing up Bayesian technology. Luo Yang turned off the TV. The atmosphere in the conference room at this moment was so gloomy that one could hold water in one's hands, even though they had been mentally prepared. When this day actually arrived, everyone still felt very heavy. Everyone, please be patient. Aren't we mentally prepared for the day of the ban? Luo Yang clapped his hands to attract everyone's attention. His face looked very calm. But, Mr. Luo, that's Microsoft. Wang Hai, an executive from eGrid Technology, had a trembling voice at the moment. After the internal assessment, Wang Hai stood out from the team left by eGrid Technology and became the new company director. At the same time, he also entered the senior management system of Bayesian Technology. Yes, it was Microsoft that announced the ban, a super software giant that has been in business for more than 40 years and dominates the global internet. Its product range covers almost all countries in the world that use the internet. What about Microsoft? From the moment we started developing computer operating systems, we knew this day would come. Xiaoya, how is the situation now? Linya looked calm and said, early this morning, the company's customer service department was flooded with calls. Many people reported that they were unable to use Aurora Search and Aurora Payment. Because Bayesian Office software was just released yesterday, many people were planning to log into Bayesian's official website to download and try it today, but found that the official website could not be opened. Everyone also knows the market share of the Win system. After the ban started, basically all genuine and pirated systems in the country, none of the websites owned by Bayesian technology can be opened. Microsoft has once again declared its strength to everyone. The pirated system has also blocked Bayesian technology, which is not too surprising. As early as a few years ago, Microsoft Corporation repeatedly issued blue screens, black screens, and pop-up warnings to pirated users, forcing them to switch to expensive genuine systems. The pirated system is under Microsoft's control from beginning to end. My colleagues in the technology department and I have tested it. Microsoft's blocking is done by monitoring the background and network traffic. Any data flow that attempts to access Bayesian Technology's website will be directly intercepted by the Win system, or forced jump to Microsoft's official website. Currently, apart from the fact that there is no impact on users of the Bayesian computer system, the fruit company's computers can still access the Bayesian Technology website normally. He Siyuan spoke at the right time. Luo Yang shook his head after hearing this. Don't put too much hope in the fruit company. The fruit company has also made offers to Bayesian Technology before, trying to acquire simulators and encryption algorithms. When the situation becomes anxious, it may not end up in person. Don't forget, Fruit Company launched a graphical interface computer system earlier than Microsoft. The reason why we are not quitting at the moment is just to consider the interests involved. After all, it is still an American company. In short, in the worst case, we must be mentally prepared for Apple's end. Everyone's hearts are beating crazily. The behemoth Microsoft Corporation has already made it difficult for Bayesian Technology to withstand. If the fruit company also ends up fighting hand-to-hand, who knows what kind of bad situation it will turn into. The impact of Microsoft's ban on us is not as big as imagined. First, although the official website is blocked, users can still install and activate the system through brand computer dealers and major computer repair shops. Including Bachin Office software, we have currently reached cooperation agreements with 6 major computer vendors. Users can freely choose whether to pre-install Bachin Office software. Because the installation and use of the Bachin system is all done by installing the image version of the system, and then logging into the official website on the installed Bachin system and purchasing the activation code to activate it.so, you only need a USB disk with a backup of the mirror system to solve the problem. Any computer store or repair shop in the streets will provide the service of installing the system. Second, thankfully, Microsoft only occupies a dominant position in computer operating systems. Currently, users can still log into Bachin's official website through mobile phones or apps. Everyone felt a lot more at ease after hearing this. Mr. Luo, what should we do next? Facing everyone's gaze, Luo Yang told his arrangement. He had already made various plans for being banned a long time ago and was ready to respond at any time. We are going to hold a press conference to announce our response to Microsoft. If Microsoft announces that it will ban us, then we will ban them back. We want Microsoft to know that Bachin technology is not easy to mess with. Blocking Bachin technology will not gain any benefits. Instead, it will make them bloody. At 10 a.m., Luo Yang held an impromptu press conference in the lobby on the first floor of Bachin Technology. I had just received the news that Microsoft had announced the ban in the morning, and while major media outlets were publishing articles one after another, I received the news that Bachin Technology was holding a press conference, even though it was pouring with rain. The major media quickly sent people to Bachin building. Most of the media came to Bachin Technology to attend the press conference yesterday, and only one night later, everyone gathered here again. Luo Yang is no longer dressed in a plaid shirt, but in a crisp black suit, exuding a sharp aura. Behind him, senior executives such as Han Feng and He Siyuan were all present. First of all, on behalf of Bachin Technology, I would like to thank everyone for coming. This morning, Microsoft announced a complete ban on Bachin Technology under the ridiculous excuse of disrupting market prices and harming the interests of Microsoft. Luo Yang glanced at the media present with a serious expression. This is all nonsense. The so-called average market price is actually what Microsoft says. As the owner of more than 90% of the personal computer system market, Microsoft's pricing is the so-called average market price. Rather than saying that Bachin Technology is disrupting the market order with low prices, it should actually be said that Microsoft is using its monopoly position to forcefully raise prices just to make huge profits. This excuse from Microsoft is just a fig leaf for itself. I think the majority of users have the most say in who is right and wrong. Hiss, the media at the scene gasped, this is a hard attack on Microsoft. Luo Yang is going to completely break his face. The second reason is even more nonsense. The emulator has appeared many years ago. The original intention of its development is to enable users to use other software across platforms, in order to break the rules set by major software giants. The chasm below. The Time Machine simulator itself was developed to provide users with more convenient functions. The simulation environment developed has nothing to do with Microsoft. After all, the simulator itself is just a translation between assembly languages. At the same time, we also very much welcome Microsoft to develop an emulator that simulates the Bachin computer system. Don't worry, we will never use this as an excuse to attack. I believe everyone understands now that the so-called reasons for the ban by Microsoft are just excuses. The real reason is that they are afraid. They are afraid of the rise of Bachin Technology. They are afraid that their monopoly will be broken. Without their monopoly, no one will pay the high prices for their computer systems and office software. So, the emergence of Bachin Technology does not disrupt the market, but restores the market to true order. At this moment, Luo Yang's eyes were like daggers, and his aura was so sharp that everyone who saw him couldn't help but shrink their eyes. Incredible energy. Here, on behalf of Bachin Technology, I officially announce that Microsoft will be completely blocked. From now on, Bachin Technology will completely block all businesses of Microsoft Corporation. On the Bachin computer operating system, all websites, products, and businesses of Microsoft Corporation will be blocked indefinitely. Microsoft's official website, Office software, Bing Search, Microsoft Cloud, its subsidiaries, etc. are all included in the ban. Taking into account users' usage habits, Beichin technology will leave a period of time for users to transfer data. When the reserved time passes, Beichin's system will close the entrance to all Microsoft's businesses indefinitely. From today on, Beichin computer system will complete its own software ecological closed loop. Beichin Office software will completely replace Office software. Beichin database will completely replace Microsoft's SQL Server. eGrid Cloud will fully replace Microsoft Cloud and provide a full range of cloud services for ordinary users and enterprise users, covering cloud storage, cloud computing, cloud servers, IaaS, infrastructure services, SaaS, software as a service, most cloud business areas such as PaaS, platform as a service. For other middleware software, Beichin technology will also provide corresponding replacement products. When Luo Yang left the press conference, the media present had not yet recovered. The scene just now shocked them deeply. Completely ban Microsoft. Beichin Technology's crazy move exceeded their imagination. Although they missed the opportunity to interview Luo Yang, the major media did not regret it, but published the news as quickly as possible. Soon, the entire Dragon Kingdom knew about this. Beichin Technology and Microsoft began to completely block each other. This is a fight between gods. Many people watching the excitement were frightened. Although both are software companies, Microsoft, the party involved, is too large and has dominated the internet for more than 40 years. Its influence is extremely terrifying. The official media's midday news program even released the relevant news immediately. In the United States, when he heard that Beichin Technology announced a reverse ban on Microsoft, the smile on Jesai's face suddenly froze, and then he shook his head. Young people will always be young people, and they still can't calm down. Microsoft's ban is just the beginning. Just like the fission equation, once it starts, it can never be stopped. The news that the two sides blocked each other has become fodder for many netizens. The impact of mutual blocking is also gradually emerging. As of October 22, the global installed base of Beichin computer system has exceeded 150 million units, and it has one-tenth of Microsoft's number of users, including 25 million overseas users and 125 million domestic users. Currently, due to the ban, the number of new users has begun to slow down, but the impact is not significant. Aurora search has been greatly affected. First of all, overseas markets are Microsoft's home market. In addition, due to Google, the leading search engine, Aurora search's share of overseas markets is declining rapidly. Domestically, with the support of 125 million users, Aurora search still maintains its second place. As Beichin computer systems share increases, the number of Aurora search users will also increase. The number of registered users of Aurora Payment has exceeded 120 million, and the current number of daily active users has reached 50 million, which is in a stage of rapid growth. Beichin Office, Beichin Database, and eGrid Cloud are expected to experience explosive growth due to this ban. After getting the latest statistical data, Luo Yang felt relieved. It's no wonder Microsoft is so anxious. 1/10 of the users of the Win system have been lost in just 2 months. At this rate, Beichin Technology can steal half of Microsoft's users in just 1 year. Another reason why Microsoft banned it was because of Beichin Office software. At present, among the core businesses of Microsoft, Office software is the biggest profit point, and the profit has far exceeded the operating system business. In addition to these two, the cloud business is the fastest growing area of Microsoft. It currently ranks third in the world, second only to Amazon Cloud and Google Cloud. In comparison, eGrid Cloud, which has just started, is worse. Not even a little bit. After comparing the pros and cons of both parties, Luo Yang began to consider subsequent arrangements. This day is very lively. Microsoft and Beichin Technology blocked each other from this supergiant, which was enough to keep everyone talking for several days. Many users were not used to it at first, especially those who used Jiguang search on the Win system. After being blocked, users could only continue to use Qiandu or Bing search. Mobile phone users don't have to worry about this, as Onzua and Fruit are not affected. Aurora Payment's current business direction and its users are mainly on the mobile phone, so the impact is relatively limited. Microsoft is a bit uncomfortable after Beichin Technology announced a complete ban. As many as 150 million Beichin users were no longer able to use Microsoft's services. The number of users of Beichin Search and Office software plummeted rapidly. On the Nasdaq stock market, today's stock price can be said to be full of twists and turns. First, with the announcement of Microsoft's ban, the market reacted immediately. After the stock market opened, Microsoft's stock price rose sharply, and the overall market value soared from $1.65 trillion to $1.70 trillion. Not long after that, with the anti-blockade of Beijing technology, the market value dropped again to $167 million in just one morning. The stock price fluctuated so much that I don't know how many investors were frightened. The aftermath of this incident, known as the computer system war by the outside world, is still spreading. The first is the stock market. In addition to Microsoft, the stock prices of several domestic companies have also experienced huge fluctuations. After the release of Beijing Office software yesterday, Silver Mountain Office's stock price plummeted. In November 2019, Inshan Office was listed on the Science and Technology Innovation Board. The opening price was as high as 140 yuan per share, a 205% increase from the issue price, and it has been climbing ever since, especially under the impact of this year's epidemic. The demand for cloud office has grown rapidly. As a leading domestic office software company, Inshan Office's stock price has skyrocketed again. The peak stock price in August has climbed to 340 yuan per share, and the total market value has reached 1,567 yuan. 100 million. After the launch of Beijing computer system, the stock price plummeted and finally remained at 285 yuan per share. After that, it recovered slightly and broke through the 300 yuan mark again. However, yesterday, after the official release of Beijing Office software, Inshan Office's stock price fell to the limit, and it fell to the limit again after the market opened today. After analysis, financial institutions believe that Inshan Office's share price may eventually fall below 200 yuan per share, and its market value will eventually shrink to less than 90 billion yuan. The reason is also very simple. Office software without the support of its own operating system is like a drifting fish without roots. The bubble blown up by the market will eventually burst. The main reason for the rise of Microsoft's Office is not its powerful functions, but the fact that it relies on the Win system. The office software of Guagua, Guge, and other domestic system companies are all matched with their own systems, but these office software have never been able to pose a threat to Inshan Office. But Beijing Office is different. The momentum of the rise of Beijing's system has been irresistible. It is killing everyone everywhere at the moment. Even the Win system is retreating step by step. However, Beijing Office has the support of Beijing system and will definitely be able to achieve success in a very short time. Rise rapidly, especially at the press conference. The 3 telecom giants, the 9 banking giants, and the electric power giant personally stood up for Beijing technology, which directly caused investors to lose confidence in Inshan Office. And today, with Beijing Technology and Microsoft Corporation blocking each other, the stock market is even more chaotic. The first is Chengdu, which is sandwiched between the 2 giants, and its stock price is volatile. There is a relatively optimistic sentiment in the market that Beijing Technology will not be a rival to Microsoft, but it will not fall. Chengdu can take advantage of this opportunity to stabilize the Win system's search engine market share. The more pessimistic people believe that the battle between the 2 giants Beijing and Microsoft will only lead to the rapid rise of Beijing series software. Just like after Warwick suffered a blow, it launched a series of backup plans, the most typical of which is the Hongmeng system as a spare tire. If Beijing system had not emerged, Hongmeng system would have had a great chance of rising. After Beijing Technology encountered the ban, it decisively and sharply launched a reverse ban. Many people in the industry speculated that Beijing Technology had more big moves that it had yet to unleash. And Longwei will not let Beijing Technology fall. Coupled with the support of several major state-owned enterprise giants, Beijing Technology has great hope of winning comprehensive orders from these enterprise giants. Beijing Computer System plus Beijing Database plus Beijing Office software will completely replace the products of Microsoft, Beast Script, IDM, and other giants. Coupled with eGrid Cloud providing support for these 3 major software businesses, the rise of Beijing Technology has become unstoppable. As the market share of Beijing Computer System increases, the user base of Aurora Search will also expand rapidly. Just like Microsoft's Win system plus Beijing Search, Google's Android Desktop plus Google Search, Beijing system, the combination of plus Aurora Search will rule the internet in Dragon Kingdom. There are not a few people who hold this idea. In addition, the stock prices of cloud computing manufacturers have also experienced significant fluctuations. Because of the strong support from Beijing Technology, eGrid Cloud suddenly attracted the attention of many people. With the huge user market of Beijing Family Bucket, eGrid Cloud definitely has the potential to grow into a unicorn company. Some outside institutions have even given eGrid Cloud a valuation of $1 billion a week ago. the overall price of Bailuyan, which had just been acquired, was only 1.87 billion yuan, or about $280 million US. In just a few days, Bailuyan's valuation soared 3.5 times. Baichen Building. After the press conference, everyone began to work on their own. Han Feng led the technical team of Baichen Database to process the data feedback sent back by major companies. Judging from the feedback, most major companies have expressed recognition of the performance of Baichen Database and are already carrying out plans to eliminate core databases of overseas brands. After Luo Yang led the team to conquer the database project, he no longer needs to intervene in the remaining post-maintenance and development. The new database technology team has gradually matured. Currently, in terms of software matters, Luo Yang has begun to gradually delegate power to Han Feng. Han Feng and He Siyuan are among the people he trusts most, and Luo Yang is also deliberately delegating power to cultivate and train their abilities in all aspects. Both of them are technical backgrounds, so there is no need to worry about the problem of laymen commanding experts, but they must be completely challenged. The burden on Qi. Baichen technology is still quite difficult. Baichen technology has more and more businesses, and its size is also expanding at an extremely fast speed. Luo Yang, who has to shoulder all the big and small things, already feels a little overwhelmed. It's better to do things sooner rather than later. We must seize the time to train our own team. The software business, including operating systems, office software, databases, and subsequent industrial software businesses, will gradually be transferred to Han Feng in the future to form a huge software business group. Han Feng will serve as the president of the software business group. Internet businesses, such as Aurora Search, Aurora Payment, Egret Cloud, and other internet businesses, will be transferred to He Siyuan to form the Internet Business Group, with He Siyuan serving as the president of the Internet Business Group. The two are responsible for taking charge of different business groups. Under the business groups, business units are set up according to the core businesses, and under the business units, other departments are divided. In this way, Luo Yang can lighten his burden and focus on technology development and controlling the company's macro strategic development direction. Linya will continue to be in charge of the financial and audit departments of Baichen Technology, and will also be responsible for managing the financial teams of its subsidiaries, and will continue to serve as the steward around Luo Yang. As the head of the Human Resources Department, Zhou Hao is a professional manager hired by Luo Yang with a high salary. Luo Yang also values them very much. If Zhou Hao performs well in all aspects in the future, he can enter the core management. He is still at Luo Yang. Under comprehensive investigation, Zheng He, president of the Hong Kong Island branch, will become the head of Baichen Technology's international business and Asia-Pacific region in the future, and is also one of the preparatory personnel for the core management. The director of other overseas market businesses, Luo Yang, has not yet been determined. In view of the full-scale war with Microsoft and the confrontation between Longhua and the United States, overseas business may be devastated at any time, so Luo Yang is not ready to expand other markets for the time being. Overseas business. As for the existing overseas markets, just continue to maintain them. Qiao Yunhai, head of the legal department, is not a core management member, but he is Luo Yang's highly relied upon legal advisor. His position is also very important. He may hold other positions in the future, and may also be promoted to core management. These 6 people are all the main generals under Luo Yang.